even though the light situation is not as we would have loved it to be, we're still here to give you all the teas, all the information on social media and across the world. Welcome to Fuze Unbothered, brought to you by our friend and personal. My name is Madichi, and I'm not here alone.
Yes, Gabrielle. Gabby.
Yeah, AB is still yet to join us, but definitely very soon you'll be hearing his voice. For those of you who have missed it though, which I'm not sure. But anyways, you probably listen and kill me. But anyways, now just when we thought we've had it all from Nigerian celebrities, I mean, we thought we've had it all from Burna Boy saga and all of that. Zazu crew now, Portable is at it again. We're gonna fill you on all the tea when we come back from this break.
I used to care for the world's opinion. I used to fear their rejection. I used to beg for validation. And I used to wait to be seen. But the fire that burned in me was hotter. And the passion that lived in me had a voice of its own. So I stopped waiting and started to act. I stopped fearing and started to live. And when they thought I'd fail, I stepped into my power.
Because my time is now.
Amstel Malta, be your best.
Fuze Unbothered.
Okay, now, so like I said before we went on the break, just when we thought we were done with the whole Burna Boy saga and all of it, popular Nigerian hip-hop artist Portable is at it again.
I feel like Portable does everything.
I feel like he's doing too much.
In the news every week.
He's doing
what
too
is
much.
This really Portable?
I don't really blame him because he's a controversial artist, if I could say so myself. I mean, so just recently, we saw a clip of him mobilizing boys to actually beat up a particular guy. And my man, I'm asking, what would he have done for you to get out? They were up to about 5 guys, and from what we heard, the guy was thoroughly beaten.
Celebration, no baby for DJ Shiki, Yahoo celebration, I want more celebration, no baby for DJ Shiki, I'm a colleague who make you feel that, daddy, yeah, but why to fly a message? Yahoo, let me pass on a wait, oh, message, Yahoo, let me pass on a wait. Oh, sir, I'm a very Jimmy, sir. Very nice, my bro. So far, I'm a boy here than logo. I want to logo.
Like he was beaten to stupor. And Nigerian police have actually asked him in and all of that, but we all know where this ends. It doesn't end well. What exactly is going to happen? This is actually not the first time. Remember the Headies issue where he actually threatened that whoever takes that award, which
like
whoever takes that award, he was going to kill
nominees if they win against him.
He was asked to apologize, but he still did worse. So we're asking, like, what's happening? Portable should be in rehab if you ask me. And not just Portable and his fans. Because you come out and criticize him and you see people coming out and say, oh, he's a fantastic rapper, I'm like, you guys are actually insane as well.
Wow, Madichi. I don't know what to say, man. I just say that, Portable, definitely needs to do some work on his attitude, to be honest. I mean, I get it. At the beginning of his career, he came out, right from the time when he was talking about, the controversy with Pokoli, the dancer, and Olamide, where he was saying that the song is originally mine, this money that was given to me, this person wants to rip me off. All of that at the beginning. He came out and later said that, it's just a, publicity stunt. But at the end of the day, he broke up with his, he had to separate from his previous promoter. And since that time, he has changed. I think that should be like, he even fired his promoter recently. He fired his promoter recently as well. So it's like, how are you really doing your music? Because there's somebody who's supposed to manage your image. There's someone supposed to manage your how you present yourself and all of that. Now the police have summoned him and they're saying, if you don't show up within, I think they gave him a period of a week. If you don't show up, we're coming to arrest you. And I'm like, you're a brand. even though you're giving good music and people love you, you're still a brand, and you need to be able to position. Yes, and you're even a brand ambassador, but like you're also a brand as a musician.
Yeah.
What's with all these controversies upon controversies upon controversies? I feel like people are going to soon start forgetting that you're a singer, and they just get used to the drama and they forget your work as an artist.
Yeah.
So I think Portable should actually, definitely calm down a little bit.
And another part of this is still going to have supporters. Which is why I'm getting pissed. I mean, why would you support someone? I mean, I can barely watch his videos. I can listen to it, but I can barely watch his videos. Not to put him down or anything, but I mean, please. Maybe if he was if he was actually behaving well, probably I would consider.
What did she say? He's behaving well. But I mean, I like Portable, right? I mean, I love his personality and everything. But I feel like this violence, people love how interesting he is. You know how music is, like beyond your craft
from
itself.
The fact that he came from a poor background.
People have been rooting for him from day one. Everybody loves the grass to grace story. Yeah. So people just like identify with him like immediately. He has this really outspoken personality. He's like a fun person, if you get what I mean. Like he's a whole vibe. People love him. But I think like he's starting to get to the point where he's like doing too much. I mean, coming out and saying if you win the headies above me, all my nominees, I'm going to kill you. All of come on. Like, who is advising you, Portable? I have to ask at this point, what really is going on? Because I don't know. We love you as a person, your personality and all of that. But when it starts to get to the point where you're choosing violence, you're going beyond, we're still. Burna Boy was still in the news not just like a few days back again, for something, similar. Where there's violence, we don't want these things to be happening. So you don't expect even your most loyal fans to support you when you do things like that. So I'll just say change of attitude, very, very important at this point, consider it if you ask me. That's what I'll say. So there's more away from Portable and his plenty, controversies. Away from Portable and controversies. Now we have a Nigerian evangelist, female evangelist, who was in the news also, where she came out and then she told people, with a public apology, and she says, "I'm really sorry because I had a child out of wedlock, and I know that I preach to people that fornication is wrong, having children out of wedlock is wrong, but now it has happened to me, and so I just want to come out and say sorry to everybody, and I want to tell you that whatever I've done should not affect your faith in God, all of that." And I see you, I get you, I fully understand, and I think because we're all human beings, we all understand what it is to be human, and you know what it is to fail, you know what it is to fall flat. But I like what I like about this is the fact that she's owning up to her faults. She doesn't really need to apologize to us per se. If you ask me, I think the apology is not really, really that important, but I love the fact that she's owning up to her faults and saying, see, I've made a mistake, but I'm going to say that for those of you who look up to me, don't let this affect how you see things. Always still know what is right and still stick to it. So I completely respect her for doing that, if you get what I mean.
So as much as I agree with you about her coming out to be accountable to people who look up to her and all of that, but please, like I was asking, I mean, if there was no child involved, would she actually come out? Would you come out to tell us that, okay, I'm doing some things behind the sheets, under the sheets? So why come out now? Because there's a baby involved and probably you didn't want it to come out from someone else, so you actually came out to do that.
I feel like it's normal.
Because I don't think you owe us that explanation.
Well,
because you can do whatever you like with your life.
So this is this now. She's in a position where people are looking up to her, and obviously people are starting to ask questions. You're married because if you notice,
at the end of the day, it's her life, Gabby. She can do whatever she.
But Madichi,
if tomorrow someone asks, "Oh, I saw you carry the baby," and, "Oh, she's my child," and that ends it.
It's easier said than done coming from you.
So
now.
she should tell us, "Oh, okay."
No, she's.
Why didn't she tell us what happened exactly?
I don't understand.
Was she raped?
No.
Was it consensual sex?
No, obviously we know that this was consent. No, it was consensual.
How do you know it was consensual?
Because it's obvious.
Because she didn't come and say she was raped.
No, she wasn't. No, she really was. If she was, she would have said it. That's even a very that's a very horrible thing to happen to anyone to start with. But if that was the genesis of this whole thing, she would have come out plainly and said it. But if you notice, she's being very open. She's being vulnerable, and she's saying, if you notice, she says, "I have a baby," because that's the beginning. Maybe if it didn't result into a child being in the picture, maybe she wouldn't have come out and said it. It would have just been between me and God. God, let me just say,
so my question is, why is she doing it now?
But
she didn't just have the baby. Because she has thought about it like, okay.
She feels the need and all that. She feels the need to give an explanation, and I understand it. Sometimes when you're like in positions where you're sort of like a leader or a public figure, people will hold you sort of accountable.
But even if you don't come out, what will happen? What's the worst that would happen?
Madichi is angry. It's okay. Madichi is angry. Nothing will happen. It's okay. But like I said, keep doing what's right. Because I think at the end of the day, that's what's important. And I like the fact that she's saying, forget about me. We're all human beings, right? Even if you're looking at me and I make a mistake, it's okay. You keep going. So at this point, we're going to keep going, but not until we take this break. We'll be right back. Stay tuned to Fuze Unbothered. Don't go anywhere.
I used to care for the world's opinion. I used to fear their rejection. I used to beg for validation. And I used to wait to be seen. But the fire that burned in me was hotter. And the passion that lived in me had a voice of its own. So I stopped waiting and started to act. I stopped fearing and started to live. And when they thought I'd fail, I stepped into my power.
Because my time is now.
I'm still Malta. Be your best.
Fuze Unbothered.
Now, still of the 2023 elections, now, as much as we've all come out with one voice saying that, we want that one candidate and all of that, a lot of people are still doing things behind closed doors. Now, just recently in Port Harcourt, we saw not one, not two INEC officials actually been arrested for selling PVC forms. And this is supposed to be the body to make sure elections go seamlessly. Now you ask yourself, are we really ready for 2023 elections? Are we really, really ready? Because if you could get this from the body in charge of elections proper, now what will happen to the average Nigerian man?
What do we know? What do we know is going to happen to our votes? Because I know that a lot of people are discouraged. Yeah. People feel like they've identified who they think is the right candidate, for the presidential election, and who they think they want to vote for. But at the end of the day, a lot of people are scared. If I actually go out, will my vote really count? And things like this happening are just like ways to discourage people. How can you come out with your full chest and you say you're selling PVC foam? I don't understand. Is this PVC foam not supposed to be free for people? So this is really we could also talk about what happened in Ekiti during the election,
where we saw people collecting selling 10,000 naira. Some people were actually caught, but not everybody was caught. How do you want to convince the average Nigerian that, vote for this person and your life will be better? I
have a message for Nigerians. This is my message right now. Have you not suffered enough? It's a question.
That's the thing. You're not convinced enough. They're seeing you with 10,000 naira, 5,000 naira in your hand, and this other hand, they're telling them that, if you vote for this person, everything's going to work out fine. Yeah. They'll rather take what they feel they can see.
But I think we should move beyond this point, because this suffering that a lot of Nigerians are facing right now, it's not. You're not going to solve this suffering with 3,500 naira. You're not going to solve it with 10K. So just get your mind ready. When you get the right leader in place, then most of these things will become a thing of the past. People can now live conveniently. People can now, be happy. People that want to go to school can actually go to school. People that want to get jobs can actually find jobs. So let's think future now. Let's stop thinking what I can get in my pocket right now. I think that's the same thing with some of these INEC, officials, just like the ones that were arrested. Let me get the money I can get now, as much as we need to stop living for the now, and think about our future. Let's not sell our future.
Do what we can do. Get your PVCs.
Exactly. Get your PVCs. Vote only the right candidate. Forget about the money. I beg. At this point, please, Madichi, the things we sought, to be here today.
Exactly. Today alone was already depressing for me.
Let me not even have headache. If I'm hearing that, somebody's collecting small money, or even if it's big money, let's think about our future, because I think our future is more important, because if we sell the now, then there's going to be no future.
Yeah, 4 years, 8 years from now, what exactly do we want to say? What exactly? Are you thinking of your unborn children and all that? Anyway, guys, that's much you can take today on Fuze Unbothered. Do join the conversation on YouTube at The Fuze, and also follow us on Instagram at Fuze_local. You can link up with me on all social media platforms at _Madichi.
Find me on Instagram at Gabby.Gabby.
Get your PVC and stay fused.
Upfront and personal, world-class business, world-class consultants.